Alright, I'm finally done with today's agenda. Time to brainstorm some new video ideas. You know what? It's been more than a year since my Justice video. I think it's about time I do the rest of VN as well. I've got some ideas for Advent and Promise, but let's start with the 5 for where it all began. Myth debuts. The moment where everything changed for me and many others. I remember it like it was yesterday. I wonder exactly how long it's been since Myth came into this world.
Yo guys, it's me, Charlie. Hey, did that guy just turn into sand?
Oh, myth. Can't believe it's been 5 years since 5 anime girls grabbed me by the balls and dragged me screaming and crying into hell. And I'm so thankful for them. I love and respect each and every member so much. But for some of you, it may have been by pure coincidence that you got hooked into Hololive. Maybe you weren't here from the very beginning and are new to this whole VTubing thing. Small word of advice: leave before you sink too far. Leave. You have to save yourself. Don't end up like me. Anyway, if you're here to brush up on your knowledge of the gen who started it all, you've kind of come to the right place. As the title would suggest, yes, this guide will be very scuffed and contains about, I'll say 30 minutes of research, and it's purely based on my personal experiences, whether that be through streams, clips, or memes I've seen.
Gura, my dog died. Let's go!
So if you're here to find out the complete history on the discography of Mori Calliope, or how Gawr Gura rose to be the face of EN VTubing, this video is purely for fun and to show my appreciation for these pioneers, and definitely not because the Justice video is my most viewed video, not because I'm desperate for views. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, you know, the whole fucking YouTube bullshit, and let me know in the comments your personal experiences, what I got wrong in the video, or if you want me to do more guides on Hololive. Because I sure as hell need that engagement from the algorithm. Let's begin with the 2 members who are unfortunately no longer with us under the Hololive umbrella. It never gets any easier. Sometimes, it almost feels like I can still hear their voices. It only makes sense to lead off my presentation with the leader of Myth and the one who truly started it all for me. Ame! Amelia Watson. I miss her, man. The VTuber who started this entire hyperfixation I have and has subsequently driven my life into ruin. I have stated before that I was initially very dismissive of VTubers due to how parasocial in nature the whole thing feels. And to an extent, there is some truth to that statement. But the longer I've been in this community, the more I've come to realize that, yes, cute anime girls and giant anime titties sell like hotcakes, but behind the persona lies some extremely talented individuals. It's why even after almost 6 years, I am still completely enamored with Hololive. All that is to say, even with how deep I am in the rabbit hole, it's always that initial leap that is the hardest for any prospective fan. And given how unreceptive I was, it's no surprise that the one I ended up gravitating towards was the one closest to a traditional streamer. Being the only ones within their branch and early adopters of the English VTubing wave had to have been extremely nerve-wracking for the Myth girls. And you can tell if you go back and watch their debut streams. Kiara's microphone was not of the best quality.
Hi everyone! I am Takanashi Kiara! Woo!
Ina was extremely shy and quiet.
Is everyone okay on your side points?
Callie having many tech issues and birthing the curse of EN.
I'm sorry. I appear to have lost my debut slides, but it's no problem. As expected of me, to mess up grandly. Here we go, I found it. It's here. just a basic white slide. And from there we will begin. Here we go.
Compared to Advent and Justice, these debuts were quite rough around the edges. Gura and Ame were the two that seemed most accustomed to this kind of environment, having no major hiccups and even having a little bit of fun with it. While all the other girls would try to get themselves situated into this new sense of stardom with things they felt comfortable with, like music and art streams, talking with chat, and becoming a Let's Player chilling to some single player games, Ame embodied the image of a gaming streamer by diving headfirst into the war-torn trenches of online multiplayer shooters. These streams helped accentuate, at least for me, that Ame was by far the biggest gamer within EN. And I mean gamer in the very derogatory sense. While everyone in all of Hololive is a gamer to some extent, Amelia was the only one who showed her gremlin gamer energy.
You think I won't do it? Fuck you! Yeah!
Basking in the toxic cesspool that is online gaming. I'm not saying this was a bad thing though. That was what initially drew me into Ame. Before I became extremely parasocial to anime girls streaming, Ame was a fun watch while being stuck inside because of something. And if you're a fan of Hololive, you'll know that even the tiniest step in will leave you stuck forever in the rabbit hole. But once you're in, you're more than willing to give the other members a fair shot, and maybe even find a new favorite to add to your ever-growing list of Oshis. Sometimes, preferences change, and what was once your go-to everyday streamer becomes one of the many in the sea of choices. Even with EN growing to as big as it is today, Ame will forever hold a special place for me, in part because she is my first Oshi, but mainly because of what she's done for EN. When I said that there was extremely talented individuals in VTubing, I truly mean it. Singers, dancers, artists, composers, voice actors. Hololive has the whole package. Ame is a bit different. I say this as a fan and someone who has watched her improvement over the years. Ame isn't the most musically inclined. To be blunt, she isn't the best singer and her stage presence isn't all that notable. I'm not saying this as a knock against Ame. I think most OG Myth fans will know that the girls joined Hololive not expecting to blow up as big as they did. I'm saying this because Ame does things her own way. During the plague of the 2020s, operations within Hololive were quite limited due to lockdown, and it hit EN the hardest since the cover studios were located within Japan. We're pretty used to new gens getting 3D models after their 1-year anniversary within Hololive. But back then, it was basically impossible for both Myth and Council to receive 3D debuts with no access to the recording studios. Ame decides, fine, I'll do it myself, and starts planning some huge collabs with commissioned models, VR worlds, and even a music video to celebrate Hololive EN. The Small Myth Anniversary and Whole EN Halloween Special are some of the most memorable streams of early EN. Just the girls working with what they had to entertain and have fun. And Ame doesn't stop there. Her successful charity streams for pets and ocean life, her helping out the others in their own 3D pursuits and tech issues,
仲良くなってみたら、アメちゃんにいろんなテクニカルなアドバイスをもらい始めてて、でアメちゃん自分の 3D ヘアとか作ったんですよね。ちゃんとした本物の。でそれ一回使わせてもらったし、すごい助かったんですよその時に。でアメちゃんのサポートで自分のそのおうち 3D の方法何があるかなっていろいろ教えてもらったりして、いろいろなんだろうなんか助けてもらいました。だから本当に大好き。
And what is objectively the best stream in all of EN, the Ame-Same spelling bee.
Your word is sprinkle. Sprinkle! I love sprinkles.
Oh my god.
Excuse me, I get I'm spelling it in my brain, okay? Huh? Your word is fettuccine. No, I. Refrigerator. Huh? What? There's no refrigerator. Litigator. Stand behind me, kitten. Watch how Daddy spells this word. H-U-L-L. You have to admit I am Daddy after this or I'm spelling it wrong. Your word is aqueduct.
Oh! A-Q-U-A-D-E-C-T. Wait. Holy heck. Wait, no, why did I say that so confidently? No, what the heck is wrong with me? Oh my god! Why did I just say that? No!
Ame has permanently left a mark on Hololive and is considered for one of the greatest to ever do it. I am saying this with a lot of personal bias. Shocker, right? But like I said in my Ame graduation video, I'm in this banger of community all thanks to our resident time-traveling detective. So, although she is no longer a prominent member of Hololive, I will be eternally grateful to her and wish her nothing but the best in her future endeavors.
This has been Hololive's #1 detective, Amelia Watson. Bye-bye.
That was a lot of yapping. I promised that only Ame section would be this long and that everyone else will have their spotlight without being overly drawn out. In the meantime, why don't we take a small commercial break? Alright, let's see. We have Gura next for our graduate section. Let me check my notes real quick. This isn't much to work off of. Yeah, this will do.
Your eyes are too far apart. Give me a second. I gotta process that. Why did my eyes go to your comment? Revolted! Of all things! Your eyes are too far apart. Yeah, they're closer than your mom and dad will ever be.
Gawr Gura.
Don't worry, show me this.
Even if you aren't a fan of Hololive, hell, maybe not even a fan of VTubers, you will probably have at least heard of her name. She was by far one of, if not the biggest within the scene, and her face rests comfortably on the hypothetical Mount Rushmore of VTubers. That being said, I've got to come clean. Out of all 5 girls within Myth, Gura is the one I'm the least informed on. But that won't stop me from glazing such an influential figure to so many others. She is the inspiration that got many people into VTubing both as fans and as creators themselves. While I wasn't a frequent viewer of her streams, from the various collabs, clips, and highlights, I can confirm that Gura is one funny motherfucker.
Unload thy balls. Unload thy what? Wait, it says fuzzy above your head, perhaps.
I thought I was the only one.
I too can read.
That's crazy.
It says dumbass above your head.
Whoa, excuse me.
Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but I'm dummy. And the clap of my ass cheeks. And that keeps hurting the doors. 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, ladies, I want an explanation. Let's start with
What the heck did you just write? Okay.
My, what a long windy staircase you have going to your tower, my princess. I have no issues climbing this. I have but one issue.
Gura, don't do anything weird to it, please. Please.
I'm gonna touch it and you can't stop me.
No, Gura.
She isn't known for being book smart, shown by her very poor math skills.
No! No!
But is otherwise quite sharp, witty person and very in tune with internet culture, making for someone who knows how to entertain.
Then he plans on going to SawCon? I don't know what that is. What is Sawcon? Oh. Up! Get out of here! Oh, who said that? Your boy? No! I just googled it. Suck on these nuts!
It's not always out in full force like Gigi's seemingly bottomless pit of energy, but in between the quieter and shy moments, Gura will have some absolute banger one-liners that will end up being clipped and getting thousands and thousands of views.
Wow.
Drill is the drill.
Wow. This is an idol, everybody.
On top of whatever goes on in that hollow brain of hers, Gura is quite the exceptional singer. I'd wager the best in Myth. Not necessarily because her singing voice is the best, but rather because of her boundless passion for singing. What Gura lacks in Callie's technical skills in music making, being a seasoned veteran like Kiara or Ina's unique soft singing voice, when Gura sings, she puts her entire voice, soul, and dare I say her entire a very crass way of putting things, but singing really is one of those things that I think gives Gura purpose, and I'm sure she was super grateful to Hololive for giving her the chance to sing in front of thousands of her fans. The best example of this is what I honestly believe to be her magnum opus and her final gift as Gawr Gura.
Face to face this time again. We walk once more to the end. Burn it down, burn it down.
Ash Again is brimming with so much raw emotion that you can't help but be swept in its vocals and lyrics, which are a reflection of Gura's inner turmoil and feelings. Alongside being composed by Casey Edwards, the artistic genius behind the DMC5 soundtrack, Gura's Ash Again easily stands as one of my top 10 songs in Hololive. It's quite sad to see a legend like Gura retire so abruptly when many expected her to reach for even further heights. But at the end of the day, what's most important for a free spirit like Gura is that she does things that she wants, and if taking a step back from the spotlight helps her break from the heavy shackles taking a toll on her personal life, then any true fan of her will gladly accept this outcome and support her future endeavors. For newer fans, it is unfortunate that you aren't able to experience it live, but the Shark archives are quite massive, so it's a perfect time for some catch-up. And if you're lucky, you may find yourself being drawn to the songs of the sea again and guided towards a lighthouse where a fateful reunion may occur. What the fuck is with this cryptic shit? Anyway, if you're a fan of Gura, you should check out Samiko Sabo. She sings, walks, talks, and even banters like Gura. Maybe they're twins or some shit, I don't know. Return to our regularly scheduled programming. With our 2 alumni done, we can now talk about the 3 Guranis still holding the line as EN's oldest active members. Who to pick next? Could go with Callie since she's transitioned pretty well from Gura. Kiara is the number 1 Amigosing, so maybe it's her. As for Ina... What was this video about again? Nino'mae Ina'nis. If you had to pick a single word to describe a typical Ina stream, every single talker will basically give you the same answer. Comfy. Ina's company, where his talents are supposed to follow the ways of a Japanese idol group, a lot of them have a couple of screws loose that lead to some very iconic, very degenerate moments that really makes you contemplate what the fuck you're using your free will on. That's what makes each member unique, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Ina, though, rarely has these chaotic moments. People compare Ina to Frieren for having that very stoic old grandma energy, and honestly, that's a pretty apt description. You don't go into an Ina stream expecting the next big viral holo meme to be birthed. You go in to relax, chill out to the chill BGM, and de-stress to Ina's dulcet voice. Until you're abruptly woken up by Ina's Pante, you cannot stop me from making the worst pun imaginable where you can't help but audibly groan, "Why the fuck is my streamer like this?"
Are you having a wonderful day?
I don't know how or why, but it's because of the walk. 100%.
Well, hey!
I guess they really walk differently. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. You walked into that one.
Ina loves her puns, so if you're thinking about becoming a part of the cult, just make sure to brace yourself for the inevitable second-hand embarrassment. Unless you've already succumbed to the taco mind virus and give Ina the pass to do as she pleases. Alongside her unstoppable humor and tranquil aura, Ina is a very, 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 very good artist. One of the best, arguably the best, in all of Hololive. Out of all the streams Ina has done, her art streams are the best when it comes to just vibing out. No backseaters, no chaos, great art, all vibes. With streams like these, who needs brain cells? Tacos truly live the easiest lives. And that's all I gotta say about Ina. She does have some pretty prominent memes within the community.
Tomorrow!
But other than her unique soft singing voice, Ina is a simple streamer for simple folks such as myself. She's constantly trying to improve her abilities as an artist and as an idol. But as a streamer, she isn't pushing any boundaries and is simply here for a good time. And that's completely okay. As someone whose Oshi is this creature, it's nice to have someone to be that nice cabin in the woods where you can take some time off to relax. Even though that cabin is surrounded by 14 bears, actually it's not bears, but anime girls slowly chipping away at my mental sanity. God, please get me out!
Like, so 6, 7? You gave that one to me. You like offered that to me on the golden platter. You were like, oh, 7, 6.
Takanashi Kiara. Where do I begin with Kiara? Well, for a while in the early days of Myth, she was the member I underappreciated for way too long. Her content didn't really appeal to me all that much, and her high-pitched voice during debut wasn't exactly helping that case. But even back then, I realized how vital Kiara was to the development and growth of EN. Although Callie and Ina were quite proficient in their Japanese, Kiara was the only one confident enough to regularly use it as a way to bridge JP and EN. Once again, since the early days were plagued by some damned virus, communications between JP and EN were quite sparse since none of the EN members were able to meet up with the JP members in the studios. Coco and Kiara were doing their damnedest with their multilingual abilities to unite the two branches together. Coco with her meme reviews, and Kiara with her holo talks where she would bring on guests, mostly JP senpais, to interview and translate so that overseas fans could get to know them better.
One of the precious moments to her was when Shion stayed over at her place, and the night was apparently very memorable, and something sexual has happened there. Yabai na, Marin senpai! Yabai na!
This was how I personally gained some exposure to the JP members that weren't Coco. And even to this day, Kiara is still bringing it upon herself to keep bridging that gap, as recently she started a series for the JP Bros where she reports the hottest news on what's going on with the EN members. If Ina is the grandmother of EN and Callie is the dad of EN, which we'll get to later, Kiara is the caring, strict mother of EN. It really goes to show how hardworking and passionate Kiara is about Hololive. I personally like to believe it's because she's a very emotional person and wears her feelings on her sleeves.
You are all that kept me from drowning. Because of you, I'm not alone. Ash again. I owe you all so much. You all and our journeys, you were far more to me than the pharaoh, so... Wait, this feels like Goobadee is talking to me.
fruit, Misaki! This was an incredible adventure. It was scary and dangerous. Fuck! Fuck. Okay, well. I read too much into it.
Many times when I pop into a Kiara stream, she's always being transparent about how she feels, whether that being showing her enjoyment for a game, spewing her undying love for a fellow Hololive member, or detailing some personal grievances within her life. I think everyone within Hololive is being themselves when they're on screen, but they also keep up with a thin layer of a persona to help create that distance you expect between a fan and creator. Kiara is one of the few people that doesn't have to put up that persona and just keeps it real and honest. If she doesn't like something, she'll say it straight up. At least that's the impression she gives me. For some people, that may come off as too blunt and unprofessional in front of such a large audience, but to me, she is that voice that breaks through the silence for both her fellow members and the fans when things aren't all sunshine and rainbows. Maybe I'm glazing a little too hard, but it's my way of making up for my lost time with early Kiara. The real reason I got hooked on Kiara though was her music. For basically every member in Hololive, I typically keep only a handful of songs from each on my playlist to listen to. I have a pretty defined top 10 Hololive songs at this point, and although Kiara may be able to sneak into the number 10 spot on a good day, I don't think any of her songs have quite reached that threshold where I call it peak. I think she's very close, and I patiently wait for when she easily breaks into my top 10. But for now, if you were to ask me to compile a list of my top 50 songs instead, you'll find that she now takes up maybe an entire fifth of my list. Kiara just consistently puts out bangers, and every time she announces a new song, my ass is set, and the only member remotely close to having as many songs on my playlist is Mori Calliope, which is honestly a good place to end off this section of the video. Kiara is not my go-to streamer most of the time, but I think that Kiara is probably the most important person they have added to EN. Her love for this company and her fellow members has really pushed her to do what she can to really achieve her dreams, but also be willing to be harsh and critical of decisions she doesn't agree with. Without someone like Kiara, although I do believe Cover's audition team does a very thorough job at picking diamonds in the rough, I don't think EN would be as tight-knit or as welcoming as it currently is. But because she's so vocal, it's also earned her quite a lot of attention from the not-so-friendly crowd. So, if you do become a KFP, be as supportive as you can. She never does anything that intentionally hurts others unless they are the aggressors. And be on your best behavior, otherwise you might end up in a place called the usual room for, let's call it, retraining. Alright, one more left to go. Let's see, how do I segue into this? No, shoo, go back to your hole, Gigi. I can't use you again to introduce the final member.
Mori Calliope! Mori Calliope, I'm drowning! Oh my god, it's Mori Calliope! Mori Calliope! Mori Calliope! Mori Calliope! Mori Calliope! Mori Calliope! Where'd you go? Mori Calliope! Mori Calliope! Mori Calliope! Mori Calliope! Jesus fucking Christ!
Mori Calliope. This Mori Calliope is a real piece of work, I tell ya. Other than being a fellow sister from the south of the old US of A, when I say this woman is a workaholic, I don't think that word is enough to describe the amount of hours she puts into being productive. She is a very consistent streamer and basically does it daily. She takes so few vacations that her fans beg her to take more breaks. She puts in an absurd amount of time and effort into her art and music, making some of the most iconic music in Hololive. She's even made music with Lotus Juice and Shoji Meguro, who some of you may know from Disturbing the Peace. Look into my eyes. Now tell me the things you're laughing about me behind my back. And she's made some songs for a couple of animes as well. And like I said in the Kiara section, her music freaking bangs. Although she does have a distinct style to her music, she is a creative mind through and through and has quite a range when it comes to the kind of music she likes to make. Out of every member in Myth, Callie is probably the one that has experienced the biggest shift in how she carries herself in front of the camera. Early on, she has quite the blunt personality, constantly using her music to express how she felt, and on stream had quite a potty mouth.
My friend plays the recorder better. Hey, fuck your friend! Put a lock on your door. Fuck you, Gura! Are you calling me a liar, you insolent fuck?
That shit raw right there. That shit raw right there.
People tricking me into saying things. I don't like it. All right, listen. Listen, I understand that you support me. Go fuck yourself. Please don't. Please stop. Can you stop it? Can you? Callie reminds me of my dad. Fuck you, chat.
Well, it's easy. See, they're all equipped with swords. So if we taunt them and we get them to come at us, then we just knock out the bridge and
hey, pussy boys!
Not to say that early Callie was a bad thing. I do kind of miss how abrasive and unfiltered she was. But growing older means maturing and allocating energy towards things you love and enjoy, rather than wasting time combating negativity. These days, Callie is still the same person, but has mellowed out a lot to get our current calm, cool-headed dad of Holy and most of the time.
I love you. It's okay, you're bombing it in! You're bombing it in, girl! It's okay, calm down!
For the rest of my life, I'm
It's okay, but I said I love you! I love Mama!
getting that.
That was the most guttural scream I've ever heard from Mori Calliope. She's so maiden! Azi-senpai! Azi-senpai! 知ってる 67! not 67! 67! 67! そうそう、67! はいはい。
どういう意味なんだ、
意味ない。
意味ない。はい、意味ない。絶対意味ない。
何の意味もない。
何の意味もない。
ごめんね。
She said my government name. That's how mad at me she was.
Do I dare say it?
Well, yeah, you're gonna say it.
My pog.
Your what?
My pog.
Your pog?
My KWG.
What does that even mean? I don't know what that is.
It means they were fat ass white girl.
You bitch. I'll kill you.
In my very biased, heavy skewed opinion, I always viewed Ame as not just the leader of Myth, but the leader of all of EN. It may not have shown very often on stream, but I always felt that Ame was doing her best to keep the show running for every member behind the scenes. And ever since Ame's move to affiliate, Callie has taken it upon herself to pick up the mantle of leader of EN. I think everyone unanimously agrees, both fans and the talents, that Callie is the perfect fit for the role and has been executing her duties with utmost perfection. Making everyone comfortable when they're all together offline, extremely willing to personally organize collabs and events. Callie is an extremely charming and charismatic person, and for every inch of love she gives to others, I hope she knows that she will always get 10 times the love back in return. And that's all 5 members of probably the greatest / worst thing to have happened in my life. Some side notes before I wrap up. Ame is known for having frequent hiccups. The only time I've seen Gura locking with more than one brain cell is with rhythm games, and combining Ame and Gura together, you'll get one of the most iconic pairings in Hololive.
What do I owe you? Nothing. It's for free. Free!
Ina has a few commandments that her chat follows. The was, we are happy, we are here, we are hungry, we are hype, etc. But whatever you do not invoke the fourth wall. I repeat, do not invoke the fourth wall. Kiara really, and I mean really, likes taking a woman to the Maldives for her vacation.
We're going to an island?
Yeah, they're on holiday.
Do you want to go to the Maldives with me?
What a place to ask me.
And Callie just loves League of Legends. It's her favorite thing in the world.
Liz, can you do me a favor?
Yeah, what?
So I have this PNG of Callie on my screen, and people keep asking where Callie is. So can you say something as if you were Callie playing League of Legends?
Yo, I love League of Legends. Yeah.
I love Timo.
You lost Timo, huh? That's her.
Myth means a lot to me and so many others. Although Ame and Gura are no longer active in the activities of Hololive, the fans and the three girls remaining know that Myth will forever be 5 until the end of time. The memories and joy that these 5 have dispersed is a tiny pool in the vast ocean we call the internet. But for those that got to experience it during the ups and downs, we can confidently say that we are truly thankful to have been a part of something great. I usually like to end my videos with some kind of joke or funny cutaway, but I think this time out of respect for the 5 living legends, I'll end it normally. Look out for my Council Promise and Added video for when it comes out 2 to 3 years, and I hope to see you all in the crowd supporting these wonderful idols. Until next time, Myth 5 ever.